Hey there. You know how sometimes you wish you could just instantly understand something that's in English, like a website or maybe a news article?
Uh-huh, definitely.
Well, that's what we're diving into today. Something really amazing called AI translators. It's super important if you're learning English, and frankly, it's pretty mind-blowing for everyone.
It truly is. This technology is changing so quickly, and it has huge implications for how we all interact with languages. Yeah.
Okay, so let's break it down for you. What exactly are these AI translators? Imagine a really smart computer program, and when we say artificial intelligent,
Mm,
that's what makes it smart. This program can translate, say that slowly, translate.
translate.
It means it can take words from one language, like maybe your first language,
Mhm.
and change them into English words.
Precisely. And what's really fascinating is that these programs aren't just looking up words one by one like a simple dictionary.
Oh, right.
They're learning how sentences are put together and trying to understand the meaning behind the words.
Think about it. You see a website in another language, maybe you want to read about a new recipe, right?
Sure.
You can often copy that whole page, paste it into an AI translator, click a button, and bam,
Yeah.
suddenly it's in English. That's a huge help for understanding things online.
Definitely.
Or maybe you're trying to read a book in English and you come across a word you don't know. You can use an AI translator to quickly find out what it means. It really opens up a lot of possibilities for you as an English learner.
It certainly does. It makes information and communication much more accessible. But, this brings up some really interesting questions for us to consider together, doesn't it?
Absolutely. One thing I immediately thought of, and maybe you have too, is if these AI translators get so good, will people even need to learn English anymore? Like, really learn it?
That's the big question.
And English isn't just about the basic words, right? There are all those little shades of meaning. Can a computer really pick up on those?
Those are spot-on questions. And to really get into the heart of this, there are a few key ideas that are helpful to understand. Maybe we can start with the idea of an algorithm. Say that with me. Algorithm.
Algorithm, okay. It sounds a bit technical, maybe a bit like something out of a movie. What exactly is it?
Well, think of an algorithm as a set of very specific instructions that tells a computer exactly what steps to follow to do something.
Okay, instructions.
Yeah, it's like a secret recipe for solving a problem or getting a task done.
A secret recipe. Okay, I can picture that. So how does this secret recipe help with translation?
Well, imagine that recipe for baking your favorite cake. It lists all the ingredients you need, right? And tells you exactly what to do with them, in what order, and for how long. An algorithm for translation is similar. It's a detailed set of rules that the AI follows to take text in one language and change it into another.
Oh, it looks at the words.
Exactly. It involves looking at the individual words, understanding how they fit together grammatically, and trying to find words with the same meaning in English.
So the algorithm is like the step-by-step guide that the AI translator uses.
Got it. Now, earlier you mentioned those little differences in meaning. What's the special word for that?
Yes. That's nuance. Let's say that together. Nuance.
Nuance. Nuance.
Nuance refers to a small but important difference in meaning, feeling, or tone. It's those subtle shades that can make communication really rich, you know?
Can you give me a simple example in English so I can really understand nuance?
Certainly. Think about how you might greet someone. You could say hi,
Right.
or you could say hello, or even hey there. All three are ways to say hello, but they have slightly different nuances.
Ah, okay. How so?
Well, hi is very casual, something you might say to a friend. Hello is a bit more formal, maybe you'd use it with somebody you don't know well or in business setting.
Right.
And hey there is friendly and informal, maybe a bit playful even. Understanding these small differences helps you understand the relationship between people and the overall feeling of the conversation. That makes perfect sense. So just translating the basic idea of hello directly might miss whether someone's being very casual or a bit more formal, the nuance.
Exactly. And this brings us to another really important idea. Culture. Say it with me. Culture.
Culture.
Mhm.
Okay, we hear that word a lot. How does culture connect with language and these AI translators?
Well, culture is all about the way people live, the things they believe are important, their customs, their traditions. And every language is deeply, deeply connected to the culture of the people who speak it. Language isn't just about the words themselves, it carries the history, the values, and the way of thinking of a particular group of people.
So even if an AI could translate every single word perfectly, it might still miss how people from a certain culture actually use those words, or why they use them.
Precisely. The nuances we talked about are often very much tied to culture. Think about jokes, for example.
Oh, good one. Yeah.
Humor is often very specific to a particular culture. What people in one place find funny might not be funny at all in another place. Sometimes a direct translation of a joke just doesn't make sense because the cultural context is missing.
Ah, I see. Like maybe there's a saying or a story that everyone in one culture knows, so a short reference to it is funny,
Yeah.
but someone from a different culture wouldn't get it at all. The translator wouldn't know that shared story.
That's a great way to put it. Exactly. So while AI translators are becoming very, very good at handling the words themselves, truly understanding the deeper layers of meaning, especially those connected to culture, is still a big challenge for them.
So, okay, these AI tools are definitely helpful, especially for someone like, you listening who is learning English.
Uh-huh.
But they can't replace really learning the language and understanding the culture behind it. Is that fair?
That's a key point, yes. Think of an AI translator as a helpful tool, maybe like a bicycle.
A bicycle, okay.
Yeah, a bicycle can help you travel much faster than walking, right? And it can help you cover longer distances. It's a really useful invention.
Sure is.
But you still need to learn how to ride the bicycle. You need to develop your balance and learn how to steer. The bicycle helps you get there, but it doesn't replace your own ability to move and navigate.
That's a fantastic way to explain it. So the AI translator can help us understand English more quickly in some situations, but we still need to put in the effort to learn the language ourselves if we want to really understand it deeply,
Yes.
including all those nuances and the culture it comes from.
Exactly. Learning a language is not just about knowing the words. It's about connecting with people, understanding different ways of seeing the world, and experiencing a different culture. And those are things that really require a human connection and, well, a deeper understanding than what a computer can currently offer.
This has been so helpful in understanding AI translators. So just to recap for you the listening, these AI tools use algorithms, those step-by-step instructions to translate languages.
Right. The recipe.
The recipe. They can be a great help for English learners in understanding different kinds of content. However, it's really important to remember nuance.
Those small differences.
Those small differences in meaning and how deeply language is connected to culture.
Absolutely.
While AI can help us like a bicycle, it doesn't replace the need to actually learn how to ride, to learn and understand English for ourselves.
Well said. It's about using these amazing tools wisely as you continue your journey of learning English.
So now we want to hear from you. Have you ever used online translators? What was your experience? What did you find helpful? And what were some of the challenges? Think about that for a moment.
Yeah, we'd be curious. And, as AI continues to develop, it leads us to a really interesting thought. What are those special parts of learning a language? Things like being creative with words, or understanding how someone feels when they say something, or truly connecting with a different culture that might always be something special that only humans can really do.
That's deep.
It's definitely something interesting to think about as you keep learning English.
Thanks for joining today's chat on Your Daily English Spark. If you enjoyed this session and want to keep improving your English, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. What topic would you like us to cover next? Let me know in the comments. And don't miss our next episode, where we'll dive into mastering small talk. See you next time.